Hello, good morning. This is Zephy. I want to say hello again and I want to show you my pink mini. Before I explain, I want to say hello to all my new subscribers. There's been quite a few this month. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to try and post a little bit more regularly. But every October I make a pink mini. My mom had breast cancer. So every October I make a pink mini, and this one turned out to not be such a mini. It's like a maxi, but I just celebrate my life. I pick highlights of the year and just compile them all into a book that makes me happy. This year I decided I'm going to use all my favorite things that I've been hoarding. So that's what I've done, and I did it in a kind of journal way. Can you see? I use signatures, and it's almost like a traveler's journal kind of thing. I'll show you now. And I sewed the signatures onto the back here. Because there was no paper that's wide enough, no scrapbook paper, I needed to make a plan. So what I've done here is I used an old blouse of my daughter, this here, and I put it on a piece of fleece. That's a little blanket from IKEA, and then I glued that onto some pink cardstock. And on the inside I used some lace from Lucy from St. Laurent. She had sent me some lace scraps, which changed quite a bit. I first glued it on, and then I thought I'd add glitter, and I never liked the glitter, so I put white paint, and then it was too white, and I put some cream paint. So that's basically how it is. And this last piece in the signature, this last signature, was just a piece of wrapping paper from last Christmas. And just by coincidence, when I finished, I saw that it was the last page, and it says "To Rough with Love." So that was a present to my one daughter from my other daughter, so I guess that she's going to have to keep this book at the end of the day. So I used this paper from Prima. I had used it last year and I loved it. So I just picked up stuff out of my junk box. So this, you can see here, is a bag from the bakery. And I started playing around on the sewing machine, adding lace and stuff. That's a photo of me years ago that I found while I was doing my husband's album. He turned 60 this year, so I was rummaging around in old photos, and I found that, so I thought I'll use it. So I just put together stuff that I liked. Here's another bag, for instance. Can you see? This is some paper I had coffee stained for my granddaughter's baptism album. Some of my art. Just, this is a piece of paper. That's a little tag that I had altered ages ago. Another little, this is that same bag but on the other side. This is a bag from Louise that I've been hoarding for years, so I decided to put it in. This is a piece of paper that I had jelly printed to make albums with, and there was scraps. So that's how it is. So you can see here's one signature, and I first made the signatures, and once they were finished I bound the book. So you can see it's not very even. Over here there's quite a big gap because this is quite chunky. This rose is quite fat. So it's handmade, so you just embrace it and go with it. Then what else have I got here? This is Prima packaging that I just added some old linen to and various things. Once again, another bag. This is a piece of paper on some vellum. This paper here is a bag that I jelly printed from the greengrocer store. I don't know what paper this rice paper was stuck to this piece of paper, and I've been hoarding that for ages, so I used it. This is another brown paper bag. You can see this I use in the center, so there's tags. And it doesn't worry me that I haven't journaled on all the tags, because I often go in and add some more journaling as I page through it as it comes, or I add more things as I find them from this year. And then you see this is the last signature here. Another bag. This one I painted and I added some napkin on. And here's another bag too, this black bag. This is some of my art that I did this year for my daughter's logo. They make handmade bags, Fortinese Designs. And then what I've done is, further back here, can you see? I just zoomed in on it and printed a bigger piece. So it makes quite nice wrapping paper. And then this is me doing urban sketching in Athens, sitting on a pavement in Plaka. This is a piece of my painting again that I've used, as is this elephant. It actually is, you can see that's her trunk, but this is a bigger one. And I often just photocopy my art and use it in my books. So I hope that was a bit of inspiration. And it closes like this. It's really a big chunky thing. And I just add this clip to it because it's, you know, quite a chunky monkey. That is a Sizzix die cut that I gessoed and painted. A bit of lace. So I really had fun making this. It's really a junk journal and I love it. I hope I've inspired you. Bye. Keep well.